After changes in leadership and infrastructure, power officials say the grid is ready for the end of this week. That includes the system here in Lubbock.
KCBD News Channel 11's Brittany Michelson continues our team coverage, and she went to LP&L to find out why this storm should be different from a deadly winter storm in recent memory. Brittany?
Well, Karen and Abner, while temperatures won't be as low for as long and there shouldn't be much precipitation, LP&L is treating this weekend like the deadly winter storm of February 2021. The utility spokesman told me he believes after changes across the board, the system will be reliable.
Certainly, as you look across Lubbock and the state of Texas this weekend, there will be outages because of winter weather. That's just unavoidable. The question is it sectionalized, and are you able to address it quickly and get folks back on? And certainly here in Lubbock, we feel like we are.
Matt Rose says in the past few years, LP&L has invested nearly $500 million on the local grid. That includes new transmission lines, substations, and renovations.
Here at home, LP&L is going to make sure that we have all of our crews strategically staged around the city so that if the winds kick up and a tree limb falls into a line, or if we do have some icy precipitation that breaks a line or causes a car to run into equipment, that our crews are not just responding, but they're responding right there in the area.
Texas now requires every power plant in the state to become fully weatherized. ERCOT President Pablo Vegas says about 200 of its facilities have been inspected.
We want to try to have a realistic expectation of what could happen, and as we look at this season, we expect to have adequate supply for the situations and the scenarios that we expect to see.
ERCOT projects demand on Friday will exceed its previous projections for this winter, expecting the state will need around 70,000 megawatts of electricity. Last month, it predicted a seasonal peak of only 67.4. This weekend, though, Vegas says the grid should have an extra 20,000 megawatts of capacity. Rose also says communication has improved between agencies.
When you take all of these things together, we feel like we're in a much stronger position here locally, but also across the state.
Whether it's a winter storm or a prolonged heat wave, Rose says LP&L will proactively suspend disconnect policies for a few days so people can stay safe.
Customers do not need to worry about that. Our folks are just solely focused on watching the grid system and making sure it's safe and reliable.
And LP&L is still in the process of moving the last 30% of customers to ERCOT. He says as folks use more electricity to heat their home this weekend, they can naturally expect a higher bill. He says you can contact the city if you need assistance, and you can find some tips to keep your home warm using less electricity on the LP&L website. Karen and Abner.
Thank you, Brittany.